anyway, like I was saying earlier, the guy, so he pulls out a knife and the other guy just died.
Wow.
Yeah, he died. And,
Well, that's a dramatic
yeah,
story.
and that one guy got, here, home movies.
Oh, hey, commentary. This is
Okay, here's this is good. This is why my dog...
Honkey Magoo.
This is why I brought my dog in the studio, because...
The real-life Honkey Magoo.
The truth is that, again, like any episode that I've written has to have some kind of thing where I just simply cannot write it, and it's just bullshit, and there's no reason for me to even do it, But this is me. Home movies is me writing what I know, and this is about, I think around season 4, our last season, we had just gotten the order, which is also like our death sentence. Here's your last thing.
No one goes above 52 episodes.
No, yeah. But at the same time, they gave us a season, so we're like, oh, fine. I don't care. I mean, again, like there's nothing better than if we can have a show and leave them wanting more. So, I mean... If anybody wants more, then we've won. But those of you that want less, sorry. We failed. We made more. Having a pet is such a strange and bizarre place to put yourself. It is immediate and constant responsibility if you are a good pet owner, which I kind of am. I'm good in that I've performed an appendectomy from online medical walk you through it class. For my dog. But I have a dog, and his name is Ernie, and he's a Weimaraner. And he's a very good boy, but when I first got him, he was ruining my life. I got him because I was writing from home, like out of my apartment in L.A., and doing all the music and stuff like that, all from one place, and then I'd fly into Boston for the recording sessions. And I thought, now is the time, now is the ideal time. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be brooding, eccentric comedy writer with a dog, like Steinbeck, but with comedy, but like funnier. And travel around the world with my goofball weirdo dog. And it was not that. It was a nightmare from the beginning until basically about 6 months ago when my dog is starting to become a very, very good boy.
He was a little hyper, would you say?
This breed of dog, this is the Weimaraner, which is that gray dog, the busy bee dog from whatever that Best in Show,
The William Wegman dog?
The William Wegman dog, which is like, I remember there was a couple that had a couple of them in Boston, and I was like, that's the dog, that's my dog, that's going to be the dog. And it was very well behaved, just very statuesque and cool and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the truth is I should have rescued a dog from a place, and instead I rescued a dog that was like pompous jerk.
Overbred,
retarded animal. Cross-eyed, blind.
This is going on tape. If he ever hears this.
If he hears it, yes. It's all right. He'll never listen to commentary tracks.
Yeah, you're right.
He hates home movies.
I know, it's too bad.
It's not for his breed.
Yeah.
But the truth is, go, if you're going to have an animal, if you want a dog, go and rescue one. Just honestly.
Yeah.
Because here we go.
There he is.
There's a dog, which is not my dog, but it was really funny, and like it was constant, just him using the restroom in my home. I'm on my second couch now because of him.
Using the restroom in my home sounds funny. I know what you mean.
Using the restroom in places that are not the restroom in my home.
So using the restroom.
Not be graphic, yes.
He was not using the restroom in your home.
He was not using the restroom in my home. Exactly, yeah. And it was horrible. And again, like just headaches and just me not dealing with it well and just screaming and shouting at him, and him being fearful of me and realizing that that doesn't work. He thinks that I'm an angry monster whenever he uses the restroom. Like
right.
it's just there was no way to communicate, and you have to realize that these animals have no understanding of anything other than that, like they want to eat and they have to use the restroom, and they don't use the restroom.
They fail to use the restroom.
They fail to make their way to the restroom. And he failed to make his way to the restroom a number of times. And I have this joke that I would do in my act where, I hate my dog, and I have this game because all he does is eats. He chews everything. It's honestly, it's like John, like Keith Moon. It's like living with Keith Moon, who could not play the drums at all. It's like the worst drummer, but would trash your apartment. Yeah. Like, just come home and like, oh my God, it's like the Who was here. Yeah. And I just destroy everything. So I had this game that I would play when I came home called I Guess I Don't Have That Anymore.
Yeah, that's right. You told me that. I also love that story you told me when your brother took care of the dog. for the weekend, and you were coming in, and he was going out, and he was like leaving really abruptly, and you were like almost like had to stop him as on the way out the door, and you were like, "What's the matter?" And he was like, "Your dog's being a real jerk."
He was like, his Napoleon Dynamite. I was like, "The dog's being a real jerk."
They had like
Ernie's being a jerk. Yeah.
Weren't getting along.
Yeah, no, he and my brother have the weirdest relationship because Ernie disrespects my brother like no other.
That's not right, Ernie.
He thinks
that's not right.
It's really funny because my brother's not. He doesn't stand his ground. So I'm watching Animal Planet and I'm with Ernie, and Ernie's finally asleep, and he's about like 2 or 3 months old, and like it's the only time he's good is when he's asleep, and I appreciate those moments so much. Like back then, now he's good all the time, but he was like a little angel, and Animal Planet's happening, and it's like the Westminster dog thing, is happening. And finally, like, they go, here comes the Weimaraner. You'll know the Weimaraner by its piercing eyes and its gray coat. It's known as the Gray Ghost. And I'm like, hey, Ernie, kind of wake him up. And he's like, what? And he's like, I'm like, it's you. It's you. They're talking about your breed. It's your brethren. And then the host says, not a great first dog. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. And I just looked at him for a while and just kind of gritted my teeth, and I think some pieces of my teeth flew out. I gritted so hard. Yeah. But it's awful. And what have you been feeding him?
This episode, I just want to throw this in. This is John mentioned reprising his role as the vet, which is a character that we really enjoyed very much back in the first season, the fourth episode.
This was like probably one of the funniest moments in the first 4 episodes. The first 5 was him as the vet.
John also did a very good job as the bird in this episode. I think Will Shepard edited this, and I remember it was a real crowd pleaser as we were pulling it together.
Oh my God, that's probably talking to a bird and having like jamming with it, kind of like. Yeah, Ernie, what are you doing? Anyway, this is honestly the point behind this episode is for me to kind of like express my annoyance with my own dog, and in my own way, this was me saying to myself, it's okay to hate your pet.
Yes.
I mean, be nice to
this
them.
This ends with them.
It'll change eventually, but for a moment of time, it's okay to hate. In the way that I think people probably, like, they get home and they see their kid and they go, I hate you.
Yes.
I hate that little guy over there.
Yes, there's a very sweet and funny moment when Brendon tries to have a heartfelt goodbye.
Right.
And he's like, trying to say goodbye at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
He's like, really not such a good dog or something like that.
Yeah.
But I kind of like, and then the dog bites his face.
Yeah.
Get out. Move over there.
It's amazing that we can continue a commentary session with my dog being silent, because this is what, when I was sitting there typing or recording music, he would be barking or he would be like just all over me.
He doesn't bark at all now.
No. I mean, he'll bark occasionally, but it's like protecting the house kind of a bark.
Yeah,
but
I have not heard him bark once.
He would just like do this like squeak, squeak, squeak.
That's weird.
And he looks at me because that's me making fun of him, and he knows that. But I've always been a dog person.
Dogs
Family's always had pets.
Dogs are great. Pets are great.
They're great. They die, but they're great.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's going to be the worst part is like, and these dogs live for, I'll be in my 40s when he...
What? They live a long time?
They live for like 14 years, so like I'll be like 44 when he dies.
Yeah.
If I don't die first.
Sometimes the best thing a pet can do is die. You know what I mean? Like a short-lived animal is not such a bad thing.
It's like home movies, yeah.
Leave them one more.
Yeah, leave them one more. Yeah. Be a good boy.
Yeah. How about like a ferret or something? 3 years and you're done.
Oh yeah. I gotta tell you, I was watching. By the way, this just reminds me of Beastmaster, which was on the other night, and I couldn't have got on in a better moment. But do you remember the Mark Singer?
I remember it very well.
There's a moment where he did
Coco and something.
Coco, like Poco and I don't know, whatever. Yeah, a photo and Poto or something.
Yeah. He had like an eagle, a cat, which is like they painted a
it looks like they
leopard
painted a tiger.
Black,
yeah.
And tiger, and then they had ferrets.
The ferrets, yeah.
That was his powers.
Yeah. But what happens is, I clicked because I hadn't seen it in a while, and I came on right when he like pushes Rip Torn into this fire pit.
Yeah.
And he's like in there, and like it's all very dramatic, and all the kind of people are rallying around this pyramid area. And he says, and everyone, one of the representatives of the people, because they're going to be like, there's going to be this big battle that's about to happen. And one of the person says to the Beastmaster, "What do we do?" And he says, and it cuts to a medium shot of Mark Singer, and he goes, "We fight." And I swear to God, he takes one of the ferrets and wipes his mouth with it.
He wiped his mouth?
Wiped his nose. Like,
seems unlikely.
I know he did this. He did he had a ferret in his hand, and I think he naturally just kind of like that, just wiped his nose. I don't want to say I imagined it because I saw it and I was like, no. But it's one of those things where I think you're swept up in the moment, even if it's
Yeah. Can you imagine the editing when they're like, leave it in? You got to leave it in. Yeah,
you must leave that moment in. Yeah. It's funny, you think of movies of like people that are working on movies that may or not, it's kind of like it's a fake dramatic kind of like go get them. It's the Age of the Barbarian movie was hot, and you gotta like kind of like think that these people are having much fun or not taking it seriously at all.
Yeah, you would think. You would think.
Another home movies phone scene.
Yep. I gotta say I love phone scene. I have this project I'm working on now. I have gotten in trouble because almost everyone's on the phone with each other. There is very few scenes where people.
Why is that? What do you think? Because I'm kind of drawn to the phone scene too.
I think it's because in real life we do a lot of talking on the phone, and it's kind of funny that you're talking, but you're sort of doing other things at the same time. And
no, it is a thing that I think we've taken for granted. Pussy chow. Oh man, but. It really is an amazing thing that you completely take for granted that that you can talk and be in like almost two different planets.
Yeah. Yeah. And now with cell phones, it's even more part of every minute of every day. You sort of might be driving and talking on the phone at the same time or whatever. And I think it's fun. I love to show that, and I just think it's interesting, and I love the kind of dynamic of the conversation. And split screen, always cool. Yeah. Nothing wrong with a split screen.
No, I love split screens. Yeah. I love action taking place, or not action, or the illusion of action, or dialogue, or some kind of forwarding taking place in two different fields of view. I think it's really...
Yeah, it's cool.
Why is his one eye pulsing?
I know,
That's so weird. I'm becoming a guy that doesn't... Oh, and then just that was fun for me to name those cats.
It's a funny little Lynch moment. I'm doing Moo Moo.
Right.
Looks
like it's not dark enough to actually be. Sorry, that's me zipping up my pants.
Oh, jeez.
We have to get an exception.
Yeah.
We have to get an exception for that.
That's even worse that he smashed it with a pillow.
I know, really.
But at least it's not. We don't have to look at it anymore.
Yeah, I guess that was the idea. It's a little unmotivated.
Dog.
If somebody shit in my bed, I would not take my pillow and cover it.
My dog is eating my DVDs. I would not. Yeah, I'd probably. My dog. Oh, here's a good one. I was sick, so I was having like a lot of coldies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just
coldies are
zinc.
Yeah.
Things. So they're like poorly flavored cherry kind of
cough
candy,
drops,
and it's just like sickening. But you realize that if you take a lot of them, it might do something to kill your cold.
You like to think.
I like to think that, so maybe that's how I beat the cold. But so I was having a cold, and I was not feeling well, and this is like a couple months ago. And so I had a whole bunch of coldies, and I got another bag, and it's not like cheap. and because I work in animation, I've got to mind my dollars. So I come home, and Ernie's ate an entire thing of coldies.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh God, Ernie, come on. How is that like even anything that you would ever want? And
did he unwrap each one?
No, they were simply gone, and I'm like, they're inside of him somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
And they're going to come out at some point.
Yeah.
I wake up in the middle of the night.
I'll see you later.
To this like lapping sound of my dog just licking, which he'll do, like lick body parts of his, and it's rhythmic and it's disgusting sounding. It's all horrible sounding, and I pull back the covers to see that he's thrown up all over myself.
All over your chest.
Not on my chest, but like his face is right next to like my side, and there's throw up with 1,000 coldies wrappers, and it did not even faze me.
Yeah.
I didn't even care.
You went back to sleep.
No, I took care of the problem. I like got rid of those sheets and couldn't even you can't even yell at a dog at some point. You can't even do anything. You can only catch them in the act. If not, you simply have to like breathe deeply and count backwards to
Yeah.
That's it.
Brendon, your dog is insane.
Oh, no, he comes.
This is really funny that he's doing bonsai and that he's.
Right.
Also, I love the shirt, the tan lines.
Yeah.
Just really, really funny.
Don't you get it?
First, what? And second, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Got the hat. He's got the kit. My first Zen garden. That's just
You have a bonsai, right?
Yeah, as a gift.
I think it was a birthday present, right?
It was a gift from some of the folks at work, and that
I may have chipped in on that.
Did you? Unfortunately, that tree is a very hard to
keep alive, right?
Keep alive, yeah. That's not a good gift. It's kind of a mean gift. Because
you watch something die.
Yes, exactly.
Like in The Lonely Guy.
This kind of expensive tree slowly shrivel up.
I have gotten a lot of plants, and I was the guy with a lot of plants for the time it took for me to kill them all individually.
Yeah, not a plant. I didn't see a single plant in your place.
There are some that that are alive still that I've had since Boston. There's like one of them that's like still alive from Boston. And
No, he likes me the best. No, he likes me the best. What about now, huh? Huh?
Stop yelling, Brendon.
You two make me sick. It's official.
It's not
you guys,
our fault.
Hey. Here's Tonto, Jason. Would you just forget about him too?
No, Brendon, no.
Tonto's about to make a reappearance.
and also the fantasy of abandoning your animal
in the woods.
I'm sure everyone. I mean, there's the most dark part, or I don't even think it's that dark. I think everyone says it but doesn't think about it. Like with any responsibility as like a child, or if you have to babysit your brother or whatever, you're just like, just the idea. Wouldn't it be great to not do this? Wouldn't it be great to say get out of here and to go about. But now I have this dog and I take him everywhere. Now I have a job with this new job where I can take him to work and stuff. So he hangs out here with me, which is cool.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yes. You know what? I'm glad he did. I think the three of us are finished too. And you know what?
What's coming? Look out. Look to the skies.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to.
Yes.
Excuse me. I know I said that.
Oh, no, Tonto. No.
They did a great job with the drawing of this bird. I like the uneven eyes.
Oh, it's
always
so it's so colorful and,
One eye bigger than
exotic
the other.
and
Nothing
weird.
funnier than that.
My parents, I think, by the way, the worst pet you can possibly get is a bird.
Talk about living a long time. Those things live like 40 years.
But it's a horrible thing. It's in a cage.
Yeah, right.
It has. There's no point. Like it's not a pet. It's not like there's no connection between a bird and a human.
I'm sure people would
there is
with you.
a symbiotic thing that happens between like a man and his dog, I think, and it doesn't happen. Oh, I like this cue kind of.
Yeah.
It's me and the whammy pedal goofing off.
This is a funny montage.
More kind of like Queen influenced.
Yeah.
That's on the CD. But my parents got my brother a bird that is still alive. They got him in I think when he was like in 7th grade, and my brother's now 27.
Yeah, it'll outlive all of us.
Yeah, and it
forever.
squawks, and it's the worst thing, and it's just I can't. There's nothing worse than that pet. And my parents, he didn't even want it, and my parents have it and everything.
Yeah, they're supposed to be very smart.
Does Brendon know
Birds.
they're taking him away?
I don't believe that's true.
I don't have any personal experience, but I do.
Look at him over there.
I do like to.
So well together.
He's so
I'll play with a bird. I'll play with a bird for like a good 5 minutes.
Oh God, I feel awful.
But that's as long as I've ever done.
That's it. Yeah.
Want some popcorn?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's funny that you
thing
can't
with
tell the
animals.
sex of a bird without a DNA test. That's always struck me as funny.
Say that? You can't tell the sex
of a
without.
bird,
Oh yeah. We actually addressed that in home movies too.
Did we? Oh yeah.
There was a joke that Jonathan Katz said.
Because Jonathan Katz has a bird.
He goes. There's a joke when in the Fairy Princess they're talking about like Melissa being too masculine. He goes, "Remember when he had that sex test on the bird and we couldn't tell if the person giving the sex test was a man or a woman?"
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which is probably a joke.
That's it.
There you go. There you go.
That's very
We worked very hard. I think the animators, to get that just right.
Yeah, that is a very very unique form of humping.
Yep.
Rightful owners are going to come and pick up the dog. And
Thank God. Can I tell you something, Mom? I'm a little relieved.
really,
Yeah, I kind of hate that dog.
that makes
Oh man, well, that's true. It's too true for.
I miss cats. Now he's got always a dog he doesn't even have.
Where is Mr. Lynch anyway?
Oh,
It's a very funny Lynch and Rigger.
Yeah.
God, you're safe. Let's add Helico, Fred Helico, Moo Moo's, Sanchi-san, Senior Twiginski. They're all here. Okay.
Senior Twiginski.
Twiginski, yeah.
Yeah.
You made Lynch say that.
Yeah. Sometimes the best thing about, just the egomaniacal part of writing is that you made someone say it the stupidest thing in the world.
Yes, you've always
Whether or
enjoyed
not you
that.
use it,
Yeah.
whether or not it goes anywhere
Yeah.
beyond the fact that they had to say it
The silly-
because you're paying them
yes,
to say it.
Yes, they had to say the silly word you made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've always enjoyed that. I have noticed that.
Mr. Honky Magoo. We're going to
Honky Magoo is another one.
Yeah.
I think there was some other Smatchy Mo,
Yes.
the trumpeter.
Yeah.
A bunch of. I like inventing some of the stupidest words.
Yeah.
I know, he can talk. Big deal.
So here we go.
This is the standout scene.
The bird's really talking.
That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Wait.
Pretty much all he's been doing.
Hello.
For the last 48 hours.
Hello.
What?
Shout out.
Shout it out.
Shout it out.
Shut it out.
Play it.
Play it.
Amazing mimic, your bird.
Okay, that looks like them, Brendon. Better wrap up
Jason,
here.
get your bird done.
I can't really get him.
Say goodbye.
Say your last goodbye.
All right,
Say
well,
your last. Goodbye.
okay.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
This is fun.
This is fun.
Having fun.
Have a boat.
A lot of fun.
All night.
Pretty
Oh man,
Great.
That's Benjamin as the bird.
As the bird. And Janine nicely cutting in and kind of putting a button on the end of it. Really funny. Really
Man.
funny. That everyone was so excited about that scene. I remember.
Yeah, that's again, probably a back and forth and exchange that the bird can talk and this is fun, or I don't even know. Was there anything written? There may have been.
No, that was all.
That the bird can
that was-
talk.
Yeah,
No,
the
there
bird can
was
talk.
The
yeah,
bird can
yeah,
talk. So
yeah.
there's that, and within that, anything
Yeah.
can happen. And I'm sure we went on for a million years longer.